Alright guys, how do we feel about Shakur Stevenson fighting Ryan Garcia at 140 pounds? I mean, we've been hearing a lot of talk about Ryan Garcia, who his potential opponents would be. We thought it was going to be Devin. We got excited that Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia was finally happening. The long-awaited super fight where both these fighters are well-known within the social media world. They're trending fighters, they're young fighters, they're flashy fighters, they're flamboyant, they got personalities. But it fell through because obviously there becomes that debate of who's the A-side. Devin Haney, obviously a more accomplished fighter at 140. He has all the accolades. But Ryan Garcia is bringing a large amount of eyeballs to the fight, so that has to account for something, and you could argue that that means he's the A-side. It's all about, you know, do you value more the resume? Do you value more how many eyeballs a fighter can bring to the fight? Because if you care about eyeballs, then Ryan Garcia is the A-side, but if you care about you know, the accolades, you know, being champion, having the hardware, it's Devin Haney. But at 140, it's a different story. It'd be kind of more of a toss-up because Ryan Garcia, you know, undoubtedly is very popular, and Devin Haney, obviously coming off that big win against Regis Prograis, he has that to offer. So it'd be tough to make that fight. Obviously, you know, it fell through because of those reasons, but hey, that's the sport of boxing. These negotiations, they're not clean cut. Everyone's always trying to get the better end of the bargain. And for Ryan Garcia, then he moved on to Rolly, trying to make the Rolly fight happen when Devin Haney, the Devin Haney fight fell through for Ryan Garcia. So then we know what happened with that. Rolly also thought that he was the A-side, deserved more money. Obviously, he wanted to make a certain amount because Ryan Garcia would probably be the biggest fight of his life in addition to the Tank fight. So he would want to make more than what he was offered, obviously. So that fight fell through. Now we're hearing that, you know, maybe Pitbull Cruz comes up from 35 and moves up to 40 to fight Ryan Garcia. But why not just get like Shakur Stevenson in there? I feel like for Shakur, that's a big fight. And if he's really confident, coming off that, not his best performance against Edwin De Los Santos, but still looked like Shakur. It looked like Shakur. It just looked like he was a little bit compromised with his left hand. So hey, that's the sport of boxing. I always say, like, you're not going into a fight 100% ever, but that night he might have been, you know, really like at 50. So it is what it is. But I think Shakur Stevenson, he said that Ryan Garcia is trash. Ryan Garcia is the golden girl, that he would only have to worry about blocking a hook. So hey, like, if Shakur really wants that smoke with Ryan Garcia, he can make that fight happen. I feel like if he's comfortable with going to 140, I think that you know, Ryan Garcia would have the physical advantage. Ryan's a big kid, close to 6 feet tall. So would Shakur even, you know, consider that? Would he not care because he thinks he's so much better than Ryan Garcia that he could fight him at Ryan's natural weight, which would be closer to 140? But I think that's a good fight as well. These guys don't like each other. You know, Shakur was called out by Ryan Garcia for being an arrogant person. Shakur just said, you know, it's not about that. It's just, I want to, like, he wants to fight. So it's like a no friends in the industry kind of thing, which I understand completely. But at the same time, it's a tough fight. It's a tough fight for Ryan Garcia. That's the thing. It's a tough fight for Ryan. And I think that Shakur's in a point in his career where he's a top name at 35 and even at 40, even though he hasn't fought at 40 yet. He's always in the discussion for those guys. But I think that he's still building his brand. I still think he's building his name. He's still evolving into that superstar. So I think there's still more time that needs to be allotted for that brand for Shakur to really evolve and get more eyeballs on his fights. I think that it's not at the peak yet, so maybe Ryan Garcia wants to wait for that, and by the time that happens, maybe Shakur will already be at 140. So maybe that's a fight in the making. I just like to see it, but obviously I've been saying that's a tough fight for Ryan Garcia because Roy Jones was talking about this, and I talked about this in another video, but he was talking about how Ryan's a little bit too one-dimensional. You know, guys like Shakur, guys like Devin, they're going to pick up on that, the fact that that left hook is, you know, his bread and butter. That's what he relies on. It's basically his Hail Mary. So Ryan Garcia needs to change it up a little bit, set it up, you know, come up with different weapons that would have to make guys like Shakur and Devin think, because if not, these guys are going to have an easy night in the office against Ryan Garcia. But if he's able to give them different looks, you know, be a little bit more awkward, a little bit, you know, more mobile in the ring, move around a bit more, the head movement and the feet, it's a lot. But I think Ryan Garcia, if he really, you know, locks in, I think he could definitely adjust, make those changes. And hey, Ryan Garcia is a very talented fighter. He's a dangerous fighter. Imagine if he, sharpens up everything else in his game. It's all about working on the craft. I think the feet get better. I think, the movement gets better. The head movement gets better. He's a, very difficult fighter to beat. So, in addition to his power and ability to promote a fight, he'd be the whole package. So it's just about sharpening up, everything else. I think that'd be awesome to see Ryan Garcia improve a lot, but we'll see. Time will tell, but I think, Shakur and Ryan's a great fight. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about that matchup. Let me know who you think wins and why, but thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys.
That's going to do it for another Nads Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.